Welcome to the New Testament Writings in Context course here at Lagrange College. This is your instructor, Dr. Larry Asplund, coming to you at the end of our first week and the very beginning of week 2. So, this is a 5-week intensive you're racing through. We're racing through it together. But my hope and really my confidence is that you will find this just an excellent a kind of a personal, encouraging growth opportunity for you this summer. So welcome to week 2. I wanted to stop by this evening and just give you a sense once again of where we are. I want to do all that I can to keep you focused and, on target for all the things we're going to be doing this week. It's really a very simple course. As you know, we have weekly assignments that pretty much are the same. I mean, the topic differs, the readings differ, etc. But the rhythm of the course is going to be the same for 5 weeks, then with an exam at the end, which I will help you prepare for. So here we are in week 2. Week 2, folks, is going to be on the Gospels and Acts. So we're going to jump into the New Testament. I think one of the great aspects of this course is the opportunity to read not only about the New Testament writings in their context in our textbook, but also to read in the New Testament. And so we will focus on both sides on the Gospels and on the book of Acts this week. So week 2 learning objectives. Number 1, to acquire a more complete understanding of the Gospel writings and to think critically about their background and their role in the early church. Then objective number 2, to acquire an understanding of the background of the book of Acts and its role in telling the story of the first church. Number 3, to think critically about the reality of the first church in its context. And then number 4, to reflect creatively on the experience of the first church and how that compares to our own experience of church. As you know, it's true, of course, of the New Testament, but also of that first church, that it wasn't a European cultural context. It was very much, I think we would probably think of it as Asian for the most part. And so Christianity is kind of different in that it started out largely an Eastern religion and kind of moved west. It did move east from there, but I think most of us, because of where we are more familiar with how it moved west. So to be able to look at those original founding documents, I think, are so very, very important for us. Week 2 readings, you're going to go back into your text by Catherine Corey and read chapters 6, 7, and 9 in the textbook. As you know, I'm not assigning you every chapter in the textbook. I mean, you're free to read them if you want to. And I'm not assigning you every chapter in the New Testament, but just to be able to dip in and get a good sense of what is going on in both cases, I think will be excellent. A couple of you enrolled late in the course and so didn't have your textbook on time. I've tried to provide you with links. I'm a big fan of getting used copies if you can, because college textbooks, of course, can be quite expensive. And for us, for our purposes, even a used copy of an older edition works fine, because the updates don't really affect what we're doing. So I know that you are getting your textbook and are going to catch up quickly. Look for some folks to jump into chapter 1 as they start their reading of the text. And then you will jump into the New Testament. Read the book of Luke, read the book of Acts. It's really a 2-volume work by one author. And I think you will enjoy just spending some time in the New Testament this week. Because there are 2 kinds of reading assignments, there will be 2 different places to report. There will be the week 2 text reading report. Be sure to click that link and report your reading for the week at the end of the week. And then there will be the week 2 New Testament reading report as well. I put a couple of fun extra resources into the week 2 resources area. And, those are optional. It's just there for your benefit. A week 2 written assignment, again, is going to be a reflective, basically a reflection essay. And so the topic this week is to reflect on the dynamic elements of the first church in Jerusalem and how it might have differed from our own experience of the church. So we come from vastly different church backgrounds or no church background. So it could be that your reflection will be, you know, if you don't come from any church background, it could be a reflection on what you would like a contemporary congregational experience maybe to be like. And so again, it's just another short but very important opportunity for you to creatively express in written form some ideas as you reflect on week 2. And once again, there is a week 2 written assignment link for you to submit the document containing that essay. If you have any questions on the details, remember to review both the syllabus and the written assignment rubric. Week 2 discussion forum. I so much appreciated jumping in and participating with you in week 1. So in week 2, the discussion forum is based on this question, this idea. The book of Acts is volume 2 to the Gospel of Luke, providing an extended account of the spread of the gospel from Jerusalem to Rome. So discuss one element of the first church that impresses you as important to the spread of the gospel. There's so many elements there in the story, you know. If you could pick out one that you found very important, what would it be? And then how might that be relevant to the 21st century church? Remember that your initial post should be done by the end of the day on Thursday, so there's opportunities to discuss. And then to reply to at least 2 other students by the end of the day next Sunday. So if you find you need to catch up, you can do so. You know, the online learning all by itself, and certainly in the context of a 5-week intensive, requires time management skills. Fortunately, almost all of you are nursing students. We have several business majors. All of you are veteran time managers. And so catching up is just a matter, and then keeping on target. What you don't want to do, of course, is to fall behind, because then it will become too difficult for you. But keep calm, catch up. I'm here to help. Be sure to let me know where you're at, what I can do to help you this coming week. So finding out how the movement began. I mean, we're all kind of aware, obviously, of churches in our community. We're aware of maybe the church that we grew up in and those traditions, etc. But how did it begin? How did the story start? Being able to look together at that and kind of reflect on it. Again, we're doing it quickly, but I think having the opportunity to do so will just be very helpful, very beneficial for us this coming week. So it's going to be another great week. I'm looking forward to participating with you, learning alongside of you. Please know that I'm here to serve you. I'm committed to you and to your learning in this class, so don't hesitate to let me know what I can do for you. God bless you, everybody. Just have a great week, too.